hear was denied by our own United States government. In fact, there is evidence that suggests it has been covered up since the end of the Second World War, until today. Even as I speak to you now, certain powerful parties have a vested interest in keeping this information hidden, and I fully expect this video to be removed from the internet in the next 24 hours. This true story is simply that controversial, so please listen. In 1944, at the peak of World War II, did a brilliant German scientist, forced to work on the direct orders of Adolf Hitler himself, do the impossible, discover a true cure for cancer? This is not hype. I'm talking about what could be the most important discovery in the history of medicine. And every single detail of this life-saving miracle is preserved, clear as day, in his private journals and papers. A secret Nazi treasure lost for generations, rediscovered, and finally revealed today. It's a fact. Thanks to World War II documents we recently obtained, we now know a German chemist, scientist, and medical doctor learned the shocking true cause of all cancers, a breakthrough that has escaped even today's top scientists. But this story gets so much bigger, because this German doctor also found the one and only solution for cancer, the ultimate holy grail of medical science. What's more, the treatment he discovered is so simple and painless it involves no chemotherapy, radiation, or surgery. And friend, if you or a loved one has ever had cancer, you must get this solution now. Unfortunately, your doctors don't know the first thing about it. You'll learn why in a moment. It's truly shocking. And even if you've never faced this dreaded disease yourself, you can now, finally, release all fear of cancer. Because knowing this German scientist's miracle could mean you and your family will now be protected from dying of cancer. I know this is a lot to take in. That's why you'll see proof in the next 1 minute, 42 seconds of this presentation. You'll discover the name of the German scientist working at the personal request of Adolf Hitler. You'll see the lost Nazi treasure that contains his astonishing breakthrough. You'll learn why certain parties, including our US government, have systematically denied and even covered up all evidence of this medical breakthrough. You'll examine the scientific evidence that proves this cancer therapy works like nothing else on God's earth. You'll meet a woman who went from a terminal brain tumor diagnosis to 100% cancer-free in just 60 days using this therapy. And you can now get the full cancer-destroying solution with step-by-step instructions absolutely free. Details in just a moment. Let's get started now, while this presentation is still available.
The story really begins, strangely enough, with a polyp on the vocal cords of one of history's evilest men, Adolf Hitler. And after having surgery in 1935 to remove the polyp, Hitler became obsessed with finding a cure for cancer. You see, Hitler was terrified of the disease. His mother had died of breast cancer, and he was paranoid that cancer would take him too. He made finding a cure for cancer one of the goals of his Third Reich, his warped mind's vision of a perfect society. Now, Germany in the first half of the 20th century was a scientific juggernaut, far ahead of even the United States at that time. In fact, between 1902 and 1931, fully 1 out of 3 Nobel Prizes were awarded to German scientists. And when he took power, Hitler set up labs all over Germany and filled them with his country's best scientists, ordering them to discover the one cure for cancer. Now, so far, this story is well documented. Many World War II historians know all of this. But what isn't well known is this. One of Hitler's most brilliant scientists, Dr. Otto Warburg, actually did it. Dr. Warburg uncovered the truth behind why we get cancer, and he found the shockingly easy way to stop people from getting the disease. But even better, he discovered how to reverse cancer once it starts. Finally, could this be the 100% cure we've been praying for? Because this is the only medical therapy that has ever been found that explains why you might be growing cancer right now. Then also shows you how to rid your body of the disease. And I'm going to share it with you today, free. Let me reveal it now. Dr. Otto Warburg was one of the leading medical minds of the 20th century. Before the war, he was already a famous scientist, and his groundbreaking research on cells had earned him a Nobel Prize in 1931. In fact, he was nominated for an incredible 46 Nobel Prizes from 1923 to 1932. He held a PhD in chemistry, and he was also a trained medical doctor. But there was one more thing especially notable about Otto Warburg. He was Jewish, and that he wasn't jailed by the Nazis feared SS, but was instead told to continue his research speaks to his undeniable genius. In fact, authorities once tried to arrest him when he spoke out against the Nazi regime's crimes. But a direct letter came from Adolf Hitler himself, ordering them to allow Dr. Warburg to keep working. You see, even a lunatic like Hitler realized that Otto Warburg was onto something of unimaginable value: the true cause of all cancer. In the 1930s and 40s, Dr. Warburg's experiments on cellular respiration, the way our cells use oxygen for energy, revealed something astonishing. In order to survive, cancer cells function in a way completely unlike that of regular cells. They actually use a different cellular fuel than healthy cells normally use. And if you simply shut off this fuel supply, cancer cells die. But because regular cells don't have to use this fuel, they aren't affected at all. The cancer cells die almost immediately, and regular cells continue to stay healthy. It's remarkably simple, safe, and incredibly inexpensive. There's no doubt it's a godsend, the only true cancer cure I've ever found. You could have it right now, except even today, most doctors have never heard a single word about it. Why? Well, I'll reveal the criminal reason for that in a moment. But let me explain just a bit more about why Dr. Warburg's discovery can now help erase any fear of cancer for you or your family. And if you have faced cancer in the past, or God forbid, are fighting cancer right now, you must hear this while the information is still available. I'll give you everything you need to know in a moment, but don't worry about writing it all down, because every detail on how you can use this cancer miracle for yourself and your family is now available in a free book called The Secrets of Underground Medicine. And in addition to full details on the Warburg Cancer Miracle, this 510-page free book also contains full, proven underground disease therapies like how a revolutionary food solution can now reverse full-blown diabetes in as little as 8 days, page 415. How an all-natural arthritis wonder can actually regrow healthy, young, pain-free joints, page 295. How a simple nutrient your doctor doesn't know can save you from a deadly heart attack, build bones of steel, and even fight off prostate cancer. It's called Nutrient K, and there's an 80% chance you are deficient right now. Find out on page 54. Or how the incredible Methuselah diet has already extended animal lifespans by an additional 83%. Could it work to add 60 years to your life? Page 407. That's still just the start of what this life-saving gift has to offer. But before we go any further, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Brad Lemley, and I've been a medical researcher for more than 35 years. I'm also a published author. I've written for Discover Magazine, Psychology Today, Reader's Digest, among others. And because of my years in the field, I've gained insider access to proven natural solutions to aging and disease, ones that even the best U.S. doctors simply don't know. That's why I formed a kind of medical think tank near Washington, D.C. Our mission is to reveal the true disease therapies that are denied or even covered up by our American healthcare system. We consult with the absolute top minds in modern medicine, doctors, scientists, and researchers like me. Recently, my team developed the Secrets of Underground Medicine as a free service for independent-minded Americans. This 510-page book is like a complete roadmap to perfect health in your 90s, 100s, and beyond. And today, it's free to a select group of Americans like you. However, it's available only today through this presentation, and quantities are very limited, so please watch the next few minutes for how to claim your copy. But first, let me prove how Dr. Warburg's discovery is the one cancer-reversing miracle you and your loved ones need now. It was just a few weeks ago I received a package in the mail containing a Nazi treasure almost lost to time: the private papers and published studies of Dr. Otto Warburg that reveal his life's work, a cure for cancer. Like you, I was completely skeptical. Who wouldn't be? After all, how could the most important medical breakthrough in human history have been lost during the collapse of Hitler's Third Reich? But there it was, clear as day in Dr. Warburg's own documents, his discovery that cancer cells have one very strange quirk. And if you know how to exploit that quirk, you can erase cancerous tumors like they never existed in the first place, restoring your perfect health. You see, in every cell in your body are structures called mitochondria. Mitochondria are like tiny engines in your cells. Essentially, they turn the oxygen you breathe and the food you eat into the energy that powers your cells. At least, that's how a healthy cell works. But through his experiments, Otto Warburg learned something groundbreaking. He found out that some mitochondria don't work the same way. In some of your cells, mitochondria, the little energy engines of your body, start to mess up. Essentially, they break. They quit working the right way. And then those broken mitochondria do something interesting. They stop using oxygen as their main fuel to create energy. Nope. Instead, they use glucose, a form of sugar, to create energy in a completely different way. But that's a bad thing. You see, creating energy only from glucose, nothing else, is not how your cells are supposed to work. And it causes all sorts of problems with the mitochondria in those cells. The messed up cells are basically starved for energy, and they begin to malfunction. In some cases, they start to divide over and over again, thousands of times, into a huge mass of mutated, broken cells. In other words, they form a tumor. Scientists call this mitochondrial dysfunction, and it directly leads to uncontrolled tumor growth. And Dr. Warburg's experiment showed that's how cancer, all cancer, starts. Now, there are many reasons why mitochondrial dysfunction can happen. It could be genetic, or it can be caused by secondary sources like smoking or exposure to toxins. But no matter the reason, once your mitochondria start burning only sugar, your cells are in clear and present danger of turning into cancerous tumors. What makes it even worse is this. Normally, your body's immune system would recognize damaged or broken cells, like cancer cells, and destroy them. That process is known as apoptosis, or what scientists call cellular suicide. In other words, your body actually tells damaged cells to self-destruct. The problem is, that important process requires your mitochondria, and because of the mitochondrial dysfunction I mentioned, it doesn't happen in cancer cells. So cancer cells continue to multiply, and tumors grow out of control. And you know the rest of the story. Scorching radiation, devastating chemotherapy, disfiguring surgery, and far too often, death. In fact, despite all the advances of modern medicine, we've made very little progress in improving cancer mortality rates. The reality is, cancer will likely kill more than 600,000 Americans this year. How many people do you know who lost their battle with this deadly disease? Far too many. We all do. And based on current trends, cancer will soon pass heart disease as the leading cause of death in America. In 22 states, it's already the #1 killer. And the truth is, modern medicine has no idea how to cure cancer. Once it starts, they're completely clueless. And so cancer patients face a horrible future of chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery before they die. But now it won't be that way for you or your family, because in Dr. Warburg's documents is something else, something of unbelievable value, a way to actually stop cancer cells in their tracks. He found a simple method that cuts off the fuel supply to cancer cells, so the malignant cells die, tumors dry up and shrink. And pretty soon a shocked oncologist will be saying, "I just don't believe it. Your cancer has disappeared." But maybe you're asking, how do I know for sure it really works? That's a great question. After all, scientific methods in the 1940s were somewhat primitive compared to today's technologies. Thankfully, top scientists have recently tested Dr. Warburg's method with amazing results. First, the Warburg method was verified by a brilliant Johns Hopkins researcher named P. Peterson. Peterson used advanced microscopic imaging, a technology Otto Warburg could only have dreamed of, to prove that cancer cells have far fewer properly functioning mitochondria than regular cells. Modern science now confirms it. Warburg was correct about mitochondrial errors being directly linked to cancer. But there's more. Another Johns Hopkins scientist actually tested the Warburg method against cancer. She gave 19 cancerous rats a special, non-toxic treatment that shuts off the sugar supply to cancer cells. And wouldn't you know it, all of the rats were cured and went on to have normal lifespans. That's an incredible result. Complete remission of their cancer. But maybe you're thinking, I'm not a lab rat. Of course not. So does the Warburg method work just as well on people too? Early results are pointing to yes. Consider the case of Beverly R. from Toledo, Ohio. Sadly, at 65 years old, Beverly was diagnosed with glioblastoma, an especially deadly type of brain cancer. In fact, the standard therapy of chemo and radiation is almost worthless for this type of aggressive brain tumor. It's considered incurable, and the average life expectancy is less than 18 months. Things looked bleak for Beverly. She did start the standard therapy, but then she did something else as well. Beverly used the Warburg method. After just 60 days of treatment, Beverly's doctors did a scan of her brain and found something astonishing. Beverly's incurable brain tumor had vanished. Her aggressive cancer had completely disappeared without a trace. It was like a miracle. There's just no question in my mind. The Warburg method is the life-saving cancer treatment we've been seeking. And thanks to your free 510-page book, The Secrets of Underground Medicine, you will now get Dr. Warburg's exact method for shutting off the fuel that cancer cells desperately need. The Warburg method is that powerful. I believe it's the only true cancer cure ever found. And today it's yours at no cost to you. I'll explain everything in just a moment. Now, it's important to realize your doctor does not know the Warburg method for beating cancer and shrinking tumors. I'm afraid you won't hear about it from him. The only way you'll get full details on this astonishing covered-up cancer therapy is in your free Secrets of Underground Medicine 510-page book. It's not your doctor's fault. He means well, no question about it. But he's simply not taught about Dr. Otto Warburg and his astonishing cancer discovery. That's just not the way our medical system works. And because, as you'll learn in your free book, the Warburg method does not require any pharmaceutical drugs. Did you know the cost of chemotherapy for cancer can run as high as $65,000 per month? That's insane. And that's exactly why the pharmaceutical industry has a very clear interest in denying a true cancer therapy that requires no chemotherapy drugs at all. They're not alone. You see, the trillion-dollar big pharma industry has a very willing partner in crime, our own United States government. You see, in our government's Food and Drug Administration, Big Pharma has a devoted little lapdog who follows commands at will, because Big Pharma owns the FDA. It's true. In 1992, Congress quietly slipped through a law called the Prescription Drug User Fee Act. And no one paid a whole lot of attention, but they should have, because with that law, Congress sold out the American people by giving away a piece of our government to be controlled by a group of shady corporate bigwigs. It's absolutely criminal. Thanks to that law, Big Pharma now pays the salaries of FDA employees, including the huge bonuses given to FDA executives. And don't forget, the FDA is supposed to be a watchdog that oversees Big Pharma, making sure they don't do anything that would harm Americans. Well, considering prescription drugs cause 128,000 American deaths a year, I'd say they're not doing a great job of keeping us safe. Think about it. 128,000 dead every year from prescription drugs. That's an American citizen every 4 minutes. It's a crime. But the only ones who are punished are Americans like me and you. Thanks to the Big Pharma FDA partnership, our doctors are taught only one way to practice medicine: prescribe, prescribe, prescribe. It doesn't have to be that way, because there are now very real natural solutions and even cures for the deadliest diseases we face. The Warburg method for reversing cancer is one such miracle. It's incredibly powerful, but so simple to use if you know what to do. And every detail you need, how it works and how you can get it, starts on page 2 of your free book, The Secrets of Underground Medicine. But that's just the beginning of what you'll find in this encyclopedia of cures. In your 510-page The Secrets of Underground Medicine, you'll get more than 25 powerful treatments covering almost every disease of aging. Please realize, you will be one of the very few who has these life-changing secrets. As I explained earlier, your doctor simply does not know these disease cures and treatments. Your neighbors don't know them. Your children, family, and friends don't know them either. But feel free to share your new knowledge with your most trusted loved ones. Make no mistake, you will be the only one who has these new weapons against disease and aging at your disposal. Friend, that's a very powerful position to be in. And the only way to get them today is through your free copy of The Secrets of Underground Medicine. Like on page 415, where it explains how type 2 diabetes can now be completely reversed by a simple eating trick in as little as 8 days. Now, the worldwide diabetes industry is predicted to reach $55 billion this year. So you can understand why Big Pharma is praying you don't find out there's now a cure. You don't need drugs. You don't need insulin. You don't need to worry about blindness, amputation, or worse. And you could stop depriving yourself of delicious food right now, but only if you know the solution on page 415 of your free copy of The Secrets of Underground Medicine. And it's as simple as a special way of eating that actually tricks your body into reversing your diabetes, with one doctor reporting incredible results in as little as 8 days. And I'm not talking about a starvation diet or anything unpleasant like that. Not at all. Actually, you can enjoy absolutely rich, delicious foods and still reverse your type 2 diabetes. It's so simple, and yet our corporate mainstream medical system doesn't know a thing about it. So you won't hear about it from your doctor, I'm afraid. But leading scientists who aren't controlled by the FDA or Big Pharma have finally taken notice. In fact, in one 16-week study, 21 overweight patients with type 2 diabetes tried this new way of eating. At the end of the study, 17 of the 21 participants had significantly reduced their diabetes medication. That's 81% of diabetics able to get off much of their medication, and 7 of them were able to stop taking medication completely. Not only that, everyone in the study lost an average of 19 pounds. Again, this special eating trick requires no calorie restriction. You eat decadent foods with no limitations on how much. Let me repeat that. You can eat as much as you want, and your body simply reverses your diabetes naturally and easy. One leading doctor, Eric Westman, MD, has now started using the eating trick for his own diabetic patients with astonishing results. He reports that he's able to reduce insulin as much as 150 units per day for diabetics using this technique in just 8 days. What's more, it's so incredibly effective, he reduces his patients' insulin by 50% on the very first day. In Dr. Westman's own words, as the weeks pass, most patients achieve normal glycemia, normal blood sugar, without medication. Obese patients lose weight, and patients save money because they're not paying for medications. It's an astonishing cure, but still almost completely unknown in America. In fact, if you go to the American Diabetes Association's website, you won't find anything on the solution that actually reverses diabetes. But how can this be? Surely the ADA is the authority on diabetes in this country. Well, if you check the sponsors section of their own website, the reason suddenly becomes crystal clear. AstraZeneca, Eli Lilly, GlaxoSmithKline, Janssen Pharmaceuticals, Johnson & Johnson Diabetes Solutions, Merck, Novo Nordisk, Pfizer. It's a who's who of pharmaceutical giants that make billions prescribing drugs for diabetes. What if all their diabetic customers found out there was an actual cure for type 2 diabetes that doesn't require any medical intervention or drugs? Well, Big Pharma would lose all that drug money. And it's easy to see why the ADA isn't going to bite the hand that feeds it. Once again, just follow the money. The corporations win, and hardworking Americans like you and me lose. But finally, you can do better. Thanks to your free copy of The Secrets of Underground Medicine, you can now access the proven cures our mainstream medical system denies or even covers up. You see, they'll stop at nothing to keep these natural, inexpensive, and incredibly powerful health solutions out of your hands. In 1994, the FDA even pushed through a law that says you, a tax-paying American, cannot legally be told about a natural product that cures cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, or anything else by anyone making that product. The disgraceful law is on the books as Public Law 103-417, and it exists to this day. This conspiracy truly runs deep. No more. They can keep their drugs and drug money, because you won't need them. With The Secrets of Underground Medicine, you will finally have a true roadmap to perfect health, and you can finally rest easy knowing that while others grow old and feeble and fall to disease, this won't be your story. Not anymore. Not when you know the life-saving secrets in your free book. No matter your age, no matter your current health, you will now have the proven solutions you simply can't find anywhere else. Like how an almost completely unknown nutrient is like an age-reversing miracle. It stops the deadly hardening of the arteries that causes massive heart attacks. It makes your bones steel girder strong, preventing hip, spinal, and bone fractures. It slashes your risk of prostate cancer by 35%, and it even reduces your risk of dying. But here's the kicker. An estimated 80% of Americans are dangerously deficient. Are you? And how has the mainstream missed this one? I call it Nutrient K, and it's a hidden health crisis that no one is talking about. You see, your great-grandfather probably got plenty of Nutrient K. That's because our bodies get Nutrient K from our food. And back then, cows grazed on lush green grass, and lots of Nutrient K showed up in their meat, milk, and butter. But no more. The cattle feed that's given to today's cows means they don't create Nutrient K, so we're not getting much from our food. It's now estimated that 4 out of 5 Americans are dangerously low on Nutrient K. That's almost all of us. It's an urgent epidemic that has been completely overlooked by the mainstream authorities. But that's not surprising, is it? After all, why tell you about a cheap, natural nutrient that costs just pennies when they can sell you expensive drugs for heart disease, osteoporosis, prostate cancer, and all the other health conditions caused by Nutrient K deficiency? Who cares how expensive, unnecessary, and dangerous those drugs may be? Once again, just follow the money. Big Pharma wins, we lose. No more. That's why on page 54 of The Secrets of Underground Medicine, you're going to get every detail on how to find out if you're deficient in Nutrient K. Most of us are. How to find the best source of K. We recommend our favorite supplier. Exactly how much you need to take to be healthy. And how it protects your heart, bones, prostate, and so much more. Friend, when you replace the K your body is craving, you'll be amazed at how great you start to feel. It makes you wonder, was it getting older that slowed you down, or was it missing this vital nutrient that we all need to stay healthy and active, and that your doctor has never mentioned? In your free 510-page book, The Secrets of Underground Medicine, you'll discover more astonishing health secrets that simply don't exist anywhere else. Like an all-natural arthritis miracle that can actually regrow new, healthy joints. If you've been told that your arthritis is incurable, that you'll just have to live with those excruciating daggers in your hands, shoulders, hips, or knees, take heart. It's not going to be that way for you. Not when you learn about the astonishing joint breakthrough on page 295 of your new Encyclopedia of Cures. Doctors tell us that swollen, painful joints are just an unavoidable part of aging, and that the best way to manage your pain is with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, also known as NSAIDs, even though those drugs are notorious for their side effects, including stomach bleeding and liver damage. But it gets worse. Some studies are now showing that NSAIDs may actually cause more destruction to your joints, making your pain worse. And when you're in pain, it's hard to find much pleasure in life. But that's not your only worry. Today it's trouble buttoning your clothes or turning the key in that sticky lock. But what about tomorrow or next year? How bad will your joints be then? Will you have trouble dressing, bathing, or driving a car? Could your swollen, painful joints lead to a fall, a nursing home, your complete loss of independence? No, not for you. Not now. Because you're about to learn about a true miracle called CLG9 that actually regrows the healthy cartilage that cushions your joints. You'll move, bend, lift easily and without pain. Get ready to dust off those golf clubs or your old fishing rod or dig out those gardening tools. Heck, maybe it's time to start dancing again. It's all thanks to CLG9, a natural protein that actually makes up about 60% of your joint tissue. When we were young, this protein grows new cartilage and repairs any cartilage that gets damaged. But unfortunately, as we get older, our bodies stop making enough CLG9. So your cartilage, the vital cushioning in your joints, starts to fall apart and causes arthritis. Your joints get stiff, swollen, and with every movement comes that sharp, take your breath away pain. But I have great news today. You see, scientists have now learned there's an easy way to replace the CLG9 in your joints. And when you do, it actually regrows new cartilage. It's like replacing your arthritis with a new healthy joint. Look at this x-ray of a knee. You see the part that's circled? That, my friend, is severe bone-on-bone arthritis. The cartilage is completely worn away in the joint. I think you can imagine how painful it must be to walk on that knee. Now, take a look at this second x-ray image. This is the same knee after just 13 weeks of taking CLG9. Look again at the circled part. Look at the clear space between the bones. That is healthy, new cartilage in there. The joint is now cushioned and comfortable, like a brand new knee. Look one more time. Here is the before CLG9 photo. You're looking at severe knee arthritis. Here's the after CLG9 photo again. A new cushioned joint. These photos are from a landmark study where 30 people with arthritis got CLG9 or a placebo for just 13 weeks. The placebo group experienced zero improvement in the joints, as you'd expect. But in the CLG9 group, every 2 out of 3 people reported excellent improvement in their joints. If you or a loved one has arthritis or joint pain, you must know how to find the blessed relief of CLG9. It's like a joint replacement, but without any scalpels, needles, or pain. All you have to do is take a little of this all-natural powder with water, and CLG9 goes to work rebuilding and rejuvenating your joints. Then one day you'll wake up, pop out of bed, and practically skip down the stairs until you stop and think to yourself, I don't just feel better, I feel amazing. That's the CLG9 difference. And on page 295 of The Secrets of Underground Medicine, you'll find everything you need to get started. How CLG9 works to regrow the cartilage in your joints, safely and easily. Where to get CLG9, and our #1 recommended source. How much to take for brand new joints results, and how to avoid imitations that don't work nearly as well. And that's still just the beginning of what you'll find in your new free copy of The Secrets of Underground Medicine. This 510-page book is like a complete encyclopedia of disease prevention and unknown cures. It's designed as a step-by-step roadmap to achieving your perfect health, no matter your current health concerns. With your copy of The Secrets of Underground Medicine in hand, you'll be prepared for anything life has in store. Today, tomorrow, or 20 years from now. Let's do this. When you get your own copy in the mail, in its discreet packaging, open it immediately. Feel the weight of the full 510 pages of proven disease and health secrets. Admire the high-quality binding and attractive design. You'll see your book is written in easy-to-follow, plain language. It's clearly organized by disease or health condition, so you can quickly flip to the section you need most. Keep it on the shelf next to your family Bible and refer to it often. And feel free to share its most valuable treasures with your trusted friends and family. With your new book, you hold the secrets to a life of health and happiness even your own doctor can't offer. That's a remarkable power to have. And today, it's all yours, at no cost at all, not a single red penny. I've already told you how The Secrets of Underground Medicine rips back the curtain on the mainstream's lies, revealing the astonishing Warburg method, covered up by our own government for 70 years, the only known true cure for cancer, and the incredible food trick that can now reverse type 2 diabetes in as little as 8 days, and the arthritis miracle that is like an all-natural joint replacement for pain-free hands, knees, hips, and shoulders. And how to find out if nutrient K deficiency has you risking a deadly heart attack or even prostate cancer. There's an 80% chance you need more now. But that's just the start. In its full 510 pages, you'll also find the bizarre health ritual that allowed Luigi Cornaro, a 15th century nobleman from Venice, to live to an astonishing 102 years of age. That's about 3 times longer than the average life expectancy at that time. It's not a pill that costs nothing. And now you can access this astonishing fountain of youth ritual too. Everything you need to know is on page 286. They're getting it all wrong. Eating these 5 fruits and vegetables might be sabotaging your weight loss efforts. To drop fat fast, eat this instead. Page 237. Slash your risk of dementia 42% by eating one delicious, rich food. You won't believe it, but the shocking proof is right there on page 305. The incredible Methuselah diet that has already extended animal lifespans by 83%. That would be like living to 140 years old. Now, could it work to extend your own life? Everything you need to know is on page 407. Want to be happier with your life? Then you must discover the one thing that matters most for true happiness. Hint, it's not money. It's on page 113. Do you struggle to fall asleep at night? Then you must find out this Tibetan shaman's secret to slipping gently into deep, restful slumber. It's on page 118. You probably know there's hardly a disease not linked to chronic inflammation, from heart disease, Alzheimer's, arthritis, and even cancer. But did you know there are 3 things hiding in your pantry right now that can dramatically soothe pain and inflammation throughout your body? When it comes to dousing painful, dangerous inflammation, they're like turning a garden hose on a campfire, and they're so easy to use. We reveal all 3 kitchen inflammation fighters on page 42. Then prepare to be outraged when we expose the big cholesterol scam that's been killing Americans for more than 50 years. That not only is cholesterol not dangerous, it's actually vital for your good health. It's one of the most important nutrients in your entire body, but they tell you you need less cholesterol. Then why are lower levels of cholesterol directly linked to developing heart disease, cancer, and dementia? Don't be a victim of this outrageous scam. On page 80, you'll get the shocking facts that even your doctor doesn't know. Men want stronger muscles, less fat, and a rock-solid sexual potency of your youth? Then you must learn the easy, non-drug way to boost your testosterone on page 455. Don't miss this life changer. Your wife will thank you. Did an American doctor actually discover the cure for obesity way back in 1957? How on earth was this one covered up? No more. We tell all on page 411. Did you know a free, effortless exercise can actually increase the size of your brain, improve your mood, and reduce anxiety? If you want to protect your brain as you get older, you won't believe how easy this is. Everything you need to know is on page 132. Yikes! Using this type of cooking oil could raise your risk of death by 15%. We tell you the only type of cooking oil that's safe to use. Surprise, it's not olive oil. That's on page 48. Do you know there's an all-natural substance called CPPT that actually builds muscle mass, increases your physical performance, and also protects against neurological diseases? And it's cheap, with no side effects. You could be taking it right now. We tell you the best source on page 480. If you have high blood pressure, did you know that you can lower it naturally by drinking this common juice? Just drink a little each day to help reverse your hypertension. We share the details on page 292. And that's still just the very tip of the proverbial iceberg of what you'll find in your personal copy of The Secrets of Underground Medicine. For the next 24 hours, we've reserved one free copy in your name. And I'm going to tell you exactly how you can RSVP for it now. You see, every one of the underground and forbidden health secrets you read about today came from one source, an organization unique in the history of American medicine, our independent, uncensored think tank that shares the truth about what's really going on. You see, every month my team collects our most valuable discoveries, the astonishing health breakthroughs and disease remedies unavailable anywhere else. And we mail them out to a small group of Americans who can handle the unfiltered truth, and who are smart enough to realize that Big Pharma simply does not care about curing you. They only care about your money. We call this monthly report Natural Health Response, and it's a true goldmine for anyone who wants to live a longer, healthier, and happier life. Diabetes, Alzheimer's, chronic pain, even cancer. Every month, this private group of citizens gets access to insider information on the proven cures, treatments, and solutions that most doctors do not know. And that's why I contacted you today. We're inviting a few smart, independent-minded Americans to join our exclusive inner circle of Natural Health Response subscribers. If you do, you'll soon be privy to the most advanced health ideas on the planet. I'm talking uncensored solutions for reversing diabetes, Alzheimer's, cancer, and arthritis, and so much more. Natural Health Response is written especially for people over the age of 60 who are looking for that second chance at getting back the health, strength, and energy of their youth. Being a subscriber to Natural Health Response is like joining an exclusive community of Americans who live younger, healthier, and smarter than others their age. Today, it's your turn. I'm inviting you to join our private Natural Health Response subscriber circle. And when you accept, I want to thank you with an incredibly valuable free gift, the 510-page The Secrets of Underground Medicine Encyclopedia of Unknown and Forbidden Health Breakthroughs. It contains every one of our team's proven disease-reversing methods for diabetes, cancer, dementia, arthritis, insomnia, obesity, sexual dysfunction, and more. You'll get every single one of our most powerful solutions for living well and living long, a true roadmap for perfect health into your 90s, 100s, and beyond. And this gift is absolutely free when you agree to give my Natural Health Response newsletter a try today. All we ask is a small contribution to cover printing and mailing your monthly issues, and we'll thank you with the most valuable gift we've ever offered. And make no mistake, this is truly a gift. Your 510-page book is yours to keep always, even if you end up deciding the Natural Health Response newsletter isn't right for you. So, are you ready to get started? Ready to get your exclusive access to the disease cures and treatments even your doctor doesn't know? Like how the lost Warburg method shuts off the fuel to cancer cells so tumors shrink and die? Finally, there's a cure, page 2. How a revolutionary food solution can now reverse full-blown diabetes in as little as 8 days, page 415. How an all-natural arthritis wonder can actually regrow healthy, young, pain-free joints, page 295. How a simple nutrient your doctor doesn't know can save you from a deadly heart attack, build bones of steel, and even fight off prostate cancer. Page 54. Or how the incredible Methuselah diet has already extended animal lifespans by an incredible 83%. Could it add 60 years to your life? Page 407. All of this and more is in your new 510-page copy of The Secrets of Underground Medicine. Yours free when you accept my personal invitation to join our Natural Health Response subscriber list. But I don't want you to say yes just yet, because it gets better, a whole lot better. When you agree to try Natural Health Response today, we'll rush you your 510-page The Secrets of Underground Medicine at no cost, not even a shipping fee, but that's not all, because we have 2 more valuable free gifts for you today, packed to the gills with secrets that the mainstream is praying you don't hear. The first is a new report called How to Save $5,000 on Medicare. You deserve world-class healthcare, but you shouldn't have to fork over your life's savings to Uncle Sam to get it. That's why, in How to Save $5,000 on Medicare, we'll show you exactly how to make the Medicare system work for you. This tell-all report is chock full of secrets most seniors don't know, including some that the government tries hard to keep hidden. You're going to learn how to get the government to pick up the tab for your Medicare costs, including copays. The secret to bringing your monthly prescription drug costs down to zero. The one Medicare decision that could save you from going bankrupt. How to get dental, chiropractic, and other services covered without spending a penny more. These are time-tested and completely legal strategies that you can start using today to put thousands of dollars back in your pocket. And in your free bonus report, you'll get the step-by-step details on how to take advantage of them yourself to save $3,000, $5,000, or even more of your hard-earned cash. But that's still not everything. Your second free bonus gift is called Beat the System, How to Survive a Hospital Stay. Make sure you save this one for if you ever have to go into the hospital, or God forbid, they try to lock you up in a nursing home. The ugly truth is, hospitals in this country are crawling with disease, with hospital-acquired infections resulting in the deaths of more than 155,000 Americans every year. Not to mention, if you need an operation, there's a scary chance they'll perform the wrong surgery on you. It happens more than 2,000 times every single year. Imagine going in for a simple procedure and waking up to find out the surgeons removed a limb or an organ instead. It's actually so much more common than you'd ever believe. That's why you need our new guide to making sure you survive the hospital and stay out of a nursing home. On page 5, you'll learn how to make sure you don't become a victim of the wrong site surgery mistake, which is a fancy way of saying that the hospital performs the wrong surgery on you. You can make sure that never happens if you follow these 3 simple steps. Not only that, you'll also find out the 4 unnecessary surgeries you should avoid at all costs, even if your doctor insists. We explain why on page 6. You'll also find out how to avoid a deadly infection. Here's a surprising tip. Stop washing your hands. The facts are on page 7. Did you know one of the top risk factors for ending up in a nursing home is because of a fall? If you break a bone, you'll need long-term care, and once you're in, it's highly unlikely they're ever letting you out. That's why you must learn that some common medications really affect your balance, and you might be on one of these fall risks right now without even knowing it. Your doctor probably didn't mention this dangerous drug side effect when it was prescribed, but you could be taking one right now and risking a broken wrist or hip. Get the surprising list of culprits on page 9. Not only that, certain drugs have another nasty side effect, confusion and memory loss. In fact, what could look like the onset of dementia or Alzheimer's might simply be a side effect from a drug you're taking. Don't let them diagnose you with dementia and whisk you off to a nursing home when it's just a side effect of one of your medications. Get the surprising list of drugs that can cause dementia symptoms on page 11 of your new report, Beat the System, How to Survive a Hospital Stay. There's so much more you'll find in your free bonus report, with important tips for surviving a hospital stay and keeping you out of a nursing home for good. Today, your two bonus reports, Beat the System, How to Survive a Hospital Stay, and How to Save $5,000 on Medicare, as well as your 510-page Encyclopedia of Cures, The Secrets of Underground Medicine, are your free gifts, along with our sincere compliments. Are you ready to claim all your gifts now? In a moment, you'll see a button appear under this video. When you press it, you'll be taken to a secure order form where you can RSVP for your 3 free gifts and start your subscription to the privately circulated newsletter, Natural Health Response. But there's one final thing I need to share before I go. You see, I want there to be no reason why you wouldn't give Natural Health Response a try today. So when you agree to trying Natural Health Response, you take 0 risk. Let me explain. In a few days, you'll receive a welcome package containing your 3 free gifts, including your 510-page The Secrets of Underground Medicine book, and your 2 bonus reports, Beat the System, How to Survive a Hospital Stay, and How to Save $5,000 on Medicare. Open them immediately so you can access their secrets for reversing disease, gaining endless energy, and feeling better than you have in decades. Then, every month, like clockwork, we will mail you the latest issue of Natural Health Response. Read it carefully to discover the newest secrets for beating disease, turning back the clock on aging, and regaining your zest for life. From Alzheimer's to diabetes, from back pain to cancer, from insomnia to obesity, every issue of Natural Health Response is full of powerful, easy, and inexpensive solutions for erasing our most feared health worries. You'll look forward to every monthly issue and to how amazing you'll feel. But if for any reason you're not 100% satisfied with Natural Health Response, just call our friendly English-speaking customer service team and request a refund, and we'll immediately give you back every penny you paid, guaranteed. Not only that, we insist you keep all 3 free gifts as our way of saying, thanks for giving us a try. Let me repeat that. If you're not completely satisfied with Natural Health Response, simply let us know and we'll gladly refund your entire subscription price. And this guarantee does not expire. Whether it's your first issue or your last, you are guaranteed a full, no questions asked refund at any time with no hassle or fine print. And you always keep your free gifts no matter what. It doesn't get any fairer than that, does it? We know you'll be thrilled with the underground secrets you'll find in every single issue of Natural Health Response. With true health breakthroughs and powerful anti-aging solutions you simply cannot get anywhere else. And no matter what, you take 0 risk for giving us a try today. Guaranteed. But there is one catch. I'm afraid this invitation with your 3 free gift package is only available right here, right now. This is the most valuable gift set we've ever offered, and I can't say for sure how long we can keep it available. Right now, there's 1 copy of the 510-page The Secrets of Underground Medicine reserved in your name, plus both free bonus reports, Beat the System, How to Survive a Hospital Stay, and How to Save $5,000 on Medicare. But if you don't claim them all now, they'll have to be released to someone else. Don't let that happen. So are you ready? Ready for your exclusive access to the astonishing Warburg method, the lost Nazi treasure that starves cancer cells to death? Your doctor doesn't know it, but today there's a cure, page 2. The breakthrough food trick that can now reverse type 2 diabetes in as little as 8 days, page 415. The natural arthritis miracle that erases pain and regrows healthy joints, page 295. And so very much more. It's time. Go ahead and click the button below this video now. You'll be taken to a secure order form where you can claim all 3 of your free gifts. Remember, your complete satisfaction is always 100% guaranteed. You have nothing to lose and a younger, healthier future to gain. Drop the fear of disease and aging and get ready to embrace your new life. Do click below now while your exclusive invitation and complete 3 free gift package is still available. For the entire Natural Health Response team, I'm Brad Lemley. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Click below now to claim your free gifts.